Griffin, welcome into the show. Thanks so much for joining us. Got to start things off with the elephant in the room. It was a one-point game at the break, but then Syracuse really started to pull away. So what helped them get the big win in the second half?
Philip, I think the big thing you need to look at when going from the first half to the second half is the energy. In the first half of the game, really for the first 10 in particular, SU looked a little bit sluggish and almost a little bit nervous because this is the Syracuse-Georgetown rivalry. And it felt like a big one considering you have two new head coaches coming in. But the second half, oh man, it just looked like a completely different team. And you want to give a shout out to one guy in particular, Quadir Copeland. I mean, my jaw dropped when he had that putback dunk. But it wasn't just that. He was making quick passes, he was active on defense, and he was getting to the cup when he wasn't getting offensive rebounds. So, Philip, the big thing from the first half to the second half was the energy miles apart.
Hey, Liam, I hope you're enjoying your time in the nation's capital. I was there the last time that these teams played in D.C., and it was about 50-50 Syracuse-Georgetown fans. What was that crowd split like today?
Adam, the fans, to be quite frankly, were awesome. It was really surreal because it almost felt like there were more Orange fans than Hoyas fans at times. And that's not to say Georgetown fans didn't make their presence known. There was a Let's Go Orange versus Let's Go Hoyas chant at one point, and the Georgetown student section vehemently booed the SU players on their way out to the court. I mean, the entire lower bowl here at Capital One Arena was filled to the brim. The second deck was mostly filled. Even the upper deck, which I got to admit, I did not expect them to sell tickets to this game in the upper deck of Capital One Arena, but even still, it was around 40% to halfway full. The fans in this game, Adam, were awesome, and to be quite honest, it made it feel like an old-school Syracuse-Georgetown game.
Liam, hope you're doing well, my friend. I want to ask you about Naheem McLeod. He struggled a little bit on defense today, gave up a wide-open layup, and Coach Autry looked a little frustrated and pulled him from the game, but it seems like there might have been something else going on. Can you give a little update on Naheem McLeod?
Yeah, Adam. Naheem McLeod, when he was on the court for only 4 minutes in this game, didn't exactly look terribly comfortable. Was slow in his defensive rotations, and when he subbed out with 2 minutes into the game, I'm like, oh boy, is there something actually wrong, or is Adrian Autry taking him out because of his play? Because remember, he only played 12 minutes against Cornell on Tuesday night, and Malik Brown comes at 2 minutes in. We got a Munir Hema sighting, which, to be honest, he looked better than he did at any point last season, in my opinion, with how active he was as an interior presence, both offensively and defensively. But like you said, Adam, Autry did mention it. It is a toe issue. We don't know how serious it may be, but he did not play in the second half of today's game. Even still, Hema played well enough to the point where, are you starting to consider some questions, as did Malik Brown as well? Even though he's undersized, Adam, I think today with McLeod not playing a ton against Cornell and then going out with that toe injury like we talked about, it creates some really serious questions about this team's center longevity.
Well, that's our live reporter, Liam Griffin, down in Washington, D.C. Make sure you follow him on X @RealLiamGriffin for his post-game video later tonight. Liam, thanks so much. See you soon.